Atrocious how the notion of race wrote in the Constitution. 3/5 a human being, no matter how it's phrased, we're losing. Thomas Jefferson, a slave, raping abomination, wrote our men are created equal, but not the women he lay with. Blacks and women property, they thought of we as stock. Afraid of us in every way, they had us under lock. Cause women were the wisdom keepers, blacks a line of kings. Couldn't lose control of us, we toppled their regime. So they wrote us out of history, pretend we never existed. But here we are in front of them, pumping double-fisted. Because we won't be silenced or resigned to being slaves. The method is to kill us or to keep us in a cage. Being black is not a crime.
Coming up to the stage to start us off. Everybody show some love. Y'all give some love for Renaissance.
Nigger, Negro, Nigger, Black, African American, criminal. The colonizer language that we have imbibed as if it was a life-sustaining nectar. Afraid to wean ourselves from the poison that is killing us because we have been fooled and are fooling ourselves into believing that it is beneficial, nutritional, contrapositional, infinitesimal in the scope of things. The pros outweigh the cons. Con artists in sheep's clothing, parading the homunculus, pulling the strings in our brains, weighting our steps with second guesses, misperceptions, allegories, and ill conceptions, but in vain. Do we strive for something better? Clueless to the range of how damaging the language we use to represent ourselves as to our dignity, self-identity, intrinsically speaking, spiritually seeking, deranged conceptions of how we came to being and who we hope to be to become to arrive. Nigger, as if we arrived, materialized on slave plantations, contrived for labor and never existed prior to raising cotton for stock profits in American pockets, dropping to the ground from exhaustion because the master forgot to water the human stock bought on the auction block for cents on the dollar. And this is what we holler as a greeting? Excuse me, nigger, because I'd rather be an N-I-G-G-A so I can get drunk, smoke weed all day. It's a natural response to an oppressive situation to assimilate and reclaim the terms of a language that are used to discriminate and disseminate hatred. Like the word gay was once used to describe happiness or joy in a situation, but then it became a derogatory term laced with inflammation and incitation to repressive anger, displacing concentration on the facts at hand, that a label to the soul burns worse than skin to a brand. But the word only had power insofar as those convicted insisted, complicit in its imposition, buckling under the weight's transmission. Did it have the capacity to defame, but reclaiming the term robbed it of its power and now it is adorned with praise. Nigger, unfortunately, is not a term that can be rephrased in such a way as to liberate its user.
Right.
To reclaim is to own. To own a nigger is to be a nigger's master, a colonizer, and the oppressor. So to call oneself a nigger is to be one's own oppressor, but moreover an overseer, whooping our own asses for a master who profits from our disasters.
Yep.
Because a nigger is lazy, licentious, sexually promiscuous, unsound in mind and body, pretentious, unscrupulous, vile, criminally minded, guided by the basest nature's wild, genetically inferior paternalism required. To own the term nigger is to ingest this image, latch it to our sinews, hang it from our bones as our ancestors hung lynched from branches, and to pass it to our lineage because our ideology, the ideology is a spiritual pestilence to the masses. The antithesis of white, the foil to spite, the toil of life, the cradle of which all ignites black. More Eurocentrically, politically correct African American, but still dislocates us from our historical heritage and invests us with hatred for ourselves. As we imbibe the colonizer's language as our own, but in truth it has no meaning or value to us. Words are just symbols and signs, semiology, vestigial coverings that have nothing to do with our actual identities or realities.
I'm gonna need it to be like a cartoon, like I was just Was everybody just kind of sitting there waiting for the extra, like waiting for the part two, like that? Like, I don't really think you're done, bro. That was like part one, like breath. Round one, done. Go two. I'm just saying, that was not done. That was not done. Y'all get some love right after Jill Renaissance. Thank you.
Far too long have we permitted these atrocities to rip through our people, destroying our communities, working through the system with respectability, while black males now listed as endangered species. The people have had enough. This is it. Come hell or high water, about to get what we're coming to get. Liberty, dignity, release from these chains. It's our duty and our right to fight for and win change. The DOC a mockery, Supreme Court hypocrisy, a system built on racists that can never function properly. Dismantle the structure, no piecemeal reforms. Black lives matter, takes America by storm.